Tim Willis with Creating with ClickDesigns, and welcome to another tutorial video. Today we're going to be doing a simple flat design, and just going to the process. In addition to going to the process, we will probably be using these in some future, what we create today, in some future tutorials, so it's going to be sort of a setup for some things we're going to do down the road. Anyway, that is the introduction, so let's go ahead and go to the tutorial. So here we are at the main panel of ClickDesigns, and we're going to be making a flat image today. And our purpose is twofold: to show how easy it is to make a flat image, because we're going to make a rather simple image, and also because we'll probably be using this flat image in some future tutorials on bundles and mockups. But what we're going to do here is click on Start from Scratch, and you see I already put the title in here, and it's going to be Charlie's Coffee 2, and the reason for that will be apparent later on. I'm going to come down here, click on Continue. It's going to ask us for the size. Now, what we want to do in this case is flip the sizing, because I've already created one mock-up like this that's in the default size of 800 by 600. That one is going to be more appropriate doing a mock-up like a monitor or a laptop or a billboard, because it's wider than it is vertical. But here we want to do just the opposite. Make it 600 by 800, so they'll be more appropriate for use as something like a phone or a book cover or a box cover. And we'll click Continue. It'll load up the ClickDesigns editor. Okay, so now we're in the editor. We're going to go ahead and make the background, in this case, black. Just our size of the cabinet, so it's fully on the screen. Okay, so you can see this is black area. Cabinet is more appropriate for something that will look like a book, or we can even use it for phone. And if we go to My Designs, Custom Graphics, been doing quite a bit of work. Okay, there it is. So you see where that says, this one with the black background here, it says Charlie's Coffee Shop. That's the one I made earlier. That's going to be the opposite in dimensions from the cabinets we have on the screen right now. So let's go ahead and get started with this. We have our black cabinets background. Let's go to our icons, and let's do a search for coffee. Okay, and it's this icon right here, which we click on, put on the screen. Now you won't see anything right now because we have the black background, and this icon also has a default black color. We're going to go ahead, what you would normally do in this case, see here we have our layers for the icon. We would normally turn that to white, but I'm actually going to use a different color. We're going to type in E9, E9, E9. And that color is, I believe, platinum, but it's white with a bit of silver. Again, E9, E9, E9. And I'm not going to annoy you by saying that 2 more times while I do this. Okay, so we have all our layers changing color. Take our icon and move it towards the top here. There's a little guideline telling us where we're center. And maybe we'll just make it a little bigger by going and the diagonal handles, stretching it out. center it right about there. Okay, so next thing we want to go to our text section, our left hand tool area, and click on add new text layer. So if you look about in the middle, see the blue boundary lines and nothing else, because again the default color is black and we have black on black, so we're going to go ahead and change that also to that same color. Okay, so now we can see it on screen. So we're going to go to all caps here, up in Charlie's. Kind of works out nice, but I'm kind of like it would like it to be a different color than the same color of the icons. We're going to click on our color. Actually, I don't know what they call this, but it's where we can move our mouse cursor around and get a color. Let's choose a red. We've already got red in there. All right, so that's a red. Move it up and down, make it lighter, stronger, more faded out. But let's get a nice strong red. And whatever that color is, we not concerned about that, but we like it, and we're going to go with it. All right, so we have Charlie's. We're going to make that red. Next thing we're going to want to do is choose a font, because all your text will default to Arial unless you change it to something else. Let's just look at how that works. So we've got our fonts here, and one of the nice things about ClickDesigns is as you mouse over something in text fonts, it will show you what it's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and go to one of my standbys that I use a lot. Not the fanciest font, but it's effective, and that is find it right here, Bevan. All right, so you see Bevan's kind of got some nice thick lettering, but not too fancy. Now we could do other things at this point. We could go to our other text options and make it bold. I don't like. We can make italic, which I don't like either in this case. We can underline it, for it. We can overline it. And we have options down here with these buttons to make it all caps, all case. So in this case, this is the uppercase, so we're already uppercase. That's not going to do anything, but if we go to the lowercase, it makes the letters all lowercase. But we want it uppercase. Let's go back there. Okay. So we've got it mostly there. We need a font size. You can move the slider bar, or you can type in there, and I'm going to just type and make it 55. I'm going to move it up right about there, center line, to align it with the coffee cup icon. And then we're going to duplicate it. And there's two ways to duplicate. So the first way is to right click, like duplicate from the drop down list. Okay, now we've created a double of that. Use our guidelines. Basically line it up with the other one in the vertical plane. All right, so now we have the duplicate. We're going to go here to our edit text box, and we're going to type in coffee. Okay, so now we got Charlie's Coffee. We're going to duplicate this again. We're going to use the other way of duplicating, which is to go down for other layer options here at the bottom. Click on duplicate. Those are the two ways of duplicating in Click. And we're just going to kind of roughly line it up, because we'll do the final lineup later. Go up to our edit text box, put shop. Okay, so I'd like to add one more thing here, so I'm going to add another text box here. To the top, click on New Text Layer, drag it down somewhere here. And for color, we are going to go with that silver color or platinum color I used before. It will match the icon, and then I'm going to type in here using all caps again. Open 24/7. Okay. And for this, we're going to go ahead and choose a different font. And we'll just use audio wide. Okay, and again, we can adjust our size here, and I think I'm going to leave it at font size of 34. However, I am going to go ahead and bold it. I don't like italic on this. And bold it. All right. So now we've got all our elements we're going to have on the screen. Take the Charlie's Coffee Shop. Get it a little more closely centered. Take a line in sort of the classic pyramid, inverted pyramid shape. Open 27. I found some. Up. Maybe move the everything kind of spaced together with Charlie's Coffee Shop in the middle, the icon, the open 24/7, sort of equidistant from each other on the ends. So there we go. All right, there's our flat image. All we're going to do is click on save, and that's going to save to our library of images that we will find later on under designs. Now we come back here, and that's all we're going to do for right now. Created that image. That's going to be something we can use for a book cover or a box front or a phone. Let's go ahead and exit out the editor. And that is going to take us back to our main panel. We're in My Designs. Okay, so here's the one we created. It's up next to the Start from Scratch box because it's the most recent thing created. And you can see that looks more like a book cover kind of dimensions. Then if we look below here, we have the one I created earlier, which was the original, was going to be originally be this video, but I didn't like it. The video, it turned out. But that's all we're going to do today. So this is Tim Willis was creating with ClickDesigns. And if you're interested in ClickDesigns, there's a link in the video below where you can learn more about ClickDesigns. There's also a link to the Facebook group by the same name of Creating with ClickDesigns that goes along with this YouTube channel. We'll be making more videos. Other than that, like and subscribe, and we will talk to you next time.